Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Evolve Health Reset program. So in this module, I'm going to go over a general program overview, just give you a little bit of a deeper insight into what the program is all about, what's included in the program, and how to make the most out of your program. So with that being said, let's get started here. So the first thing I want to cover is just some of the contents that are included in your package. So, basically you get a juicing health book that I made, and I wrote it just to kind of give you a little deeper insight onto the benefits of healthy juicing. And that kind of helps dive into some of the lifestyle principles that we will talk about in the program and getting you into a deeper sense of well-being and tools that you can use in the kitchen for your health and wellness. And that's something that you can use lifelong, right? I think it's an amazing little resource. And we also do 21-day challenges. It's like $20, and you have 21 days private Facebook group with a bunch of people that are just taking that plunge to do a kind of detox and just kind of reset themselves or work on a certain ailment with juice. So I love the power of juicing and use it a lot for my clients. So I just thought I'd throw that in here for you guys to use. So I also want to talk about this metabolic spray. It's a lipo trim spray, so it has a lot of healthy benefits in there to help kind of curb your appetite in it. It's got amino acids, things like that. So that is one of the things that you'll get, and we'll go into the metabolic spray more in detail in one of your modules, but it helps to balance out your body type, okay? So I want you to listen to the presentation, but just to make sure, I want you to read your manual so you can really get a lot of detail in terms of what's expected in the program and how you get the most out of it, okay? We also have a tape measure that I'll be talking a little bit more about, but then you also get a food scale, and I'll talk a little bit more about how you're going to use your food scale. Other items we've included is some reishi mushroom. You can get coffee or tea. It's actually right here, and you can choose one or the other. I love both of them. So you can sign up. It's like kind of having a Costco membership, and just a one-time little nominal fee, and then you can get your coffee or your tea directly to your house. And it's a wonderful way to upgrade your coffee and tea that you may already be drinking. So it has the reishi mushroom in it, and reishi mushroom has so many benefits. It helps decrease inflammation and really help accelerate weight loss. It can decrease inflammation in the body, help modulate the immune system, and it really helps the nervous system shift more into what we call a parasympathetic state. So while you're working on healing and repairing and restoring and generation, it's just really an awesome way of upgrading your coffee. It tastes delicious, and I love drinking the coffee and the tea. I will make a side note. I don't believe that the reishi tea would cause any issues if you have some kind of underlying yeast issue, candida. But sometimes if you're doing your genetic SNPs and you're doing some lab testing and you see maybe there's some outliers that you don't do well with coffee, or they've got a lot of yeast in your body, there's a time and a place for everything, and then we can personalize your program. So just to give you a heads up on that, all right? We've also included, we just included a couple samples in your package for you to try. And if you want more, there should be a link then in the program that should be attached to this module, and you should be able to get to that. But if you need my help, just let us know. Let's see what else. There is not an intention jar. One day I hope to get one, but I would take like a canning jar and have a glass jar that's special for you that you can use like a nice 12-ounce glass that you can really have that jar, knowing that you're going to be flushing your system, because we're going to do a lot of water intake program. All right, and so I want you to have a glass that has positivity on it, because I want you to infuse the water with some positivity. So that'll be something that I think that'll help you as well. And then you're gonna get your Aura ring box, and the Aura ring is the box to help size your ring. So it's really important that you're gonna it's a really important tool, right? We used to do like heart math, but a lot of people just didn't really want to go onto the program and put all the things in. So I've seen a lot more success with the Aura ring, and it really helps track your sleep and your stress levels and see how resilient you are. So that's why we use that in this program, and it is a want to talk more about probably the Aura ring later, but haven't already gotten your Aura ring kit, I want you to open it up, and you're going to read the instructions in terms on how to order your Aura ring. You're going to follow the instructions and see which size you want to choose, and find the one that you think best. So to me, I think if you're trying to lose weight, I would recommend using your ring finger, which is a smaller finger, because as you lose weight, your other fingers are going to shrink, and then you can move it over to like your middle finger and then your index finger as your body starts going back to good homeostasis and getting good balance again. Because you might also start losing a little inflammation in your fingers, and so if you choose a smaller finger, you can always shift it over to the other finger, right, if that ring doesn't fit anymore. So that's why I would recommend you doing that, so you don't have to buy a new ring. All right. So size it according to your ring finger, and then if you want to wear that, size that thinks best for you. I would also recommend, if you're married, you have your ring finger on your wedding finger on your ring finger probably, but if not, I would recommend using your non-dominant hand to use that ring, the Aura ring as well. Okay. When you get your Aura ring kit, you're going to have a little ring sizer. I recommend that you put that on, and you're going to wear that for 24 hours so you can sleep in it and wake up and see how it feels the next day, because you want it to be comfortable throughout the night and into the morning. Okay. And sometimes what happens is your finger will swell up in the morning, so you want to make sure you choose a finger in a size that's comfortable for you throughout the entire day. You really want to make sure you get this process done as soon as possible in terms of getting the Aura ring size figured out and then ordered, because we really want, if possible, to capture some baseline data in terms of your scores before we actually have you start the program. So this way we can see some kind of before and after data. Of course, some of you are really eager to get started, and in terms of getting the ring sized and then submitting your order and then getting it ordered, that can take an extra week or so. So I know some of you are really eager to get started, but if you can just wait until you get the ring and get a little bit of baseline data, that would really be ideal. So I just wanted to get you to know about the Aura ring kit, and I wanted to stress the importance of the way you order it. Okay. So next we're going to talk a little bit about the program guide that you get. All right. In the guide, as I've mentioned, it's a program manual. There is a recipe book, there's a journal, and there's some worksheets in there. So I'm going to go through each of these sections in a little more detail. But for the program manual is kind of divided into a few sections. Which I have highlighted here. We have the loading phase, we have the release phase, and there's the approved food list, And there's some things, some guidelines in terms of how you want to use the spray. You have, some sample meals in the program manual, and then some common mistakes to avoid. There's this maintenance plan, and then there's an approved skincare plan as well. So I'm going to go through some of these sections with you on this presentation here, but as I mentioned before, please make sure that you read the manual because it's going to give you a lot more detail, and I may not cover everything here in this presentation. So please make sure that you read your manual as well to get more detail in terms of the exact instructions, right? Because we want you to be able to get the most benefit out of the program. So in the first phase, it is called the loading phase. And this is a really important phase, and you don't want to kind of mess this up because you have to really start over again, all right? In the loading phase, you're going to be consuming as close to 5,000 calories as possible for 2 days. And I suggest you do the loading phase on the days when you're not going to be super busy with work or a lot of meetings or phone calls, because I really want you to focus on eating as much food as possible for those 2 days. So generally, for most people, the weekend works great. When it comes to your spray, you're gonna spray. It's gonna help you definitely succeed with your weight loss. And so I would recommend that you please use your spray on the loading days. Sometimes people forget and they have to redo the loading days all over again just for the spray. So you're basically gonna make sure that you give it a little tap on your hands to shake it up just a little bit. So you're gonna tap it on your hand a few times, and the first time you use it, you're probably gonna have to prime it. So you may have to spray it a few times before you can actually get the spray into your mouth and get it under your tongue. You're gonna spray 7 sprays 3 times a day. So the times for the spray are 7 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9 p.m. And I highly suggest that you put some reminders on your phone because the times can be easily missed, especially that 2 p.m. dose. So if you don't want to miss that midday dose, so just make sure you set an alarm because that's one slip up I've seen happen in the program. So this is to help you avoid those common pitfalls, okay? So make sure you put the reminders on your phone for your spray because these sprays help with so many different things, and the spray is going to help you with resetting your metabolism, and it's going to help you reset your hormones, and it's going to help you reset your cortisol levels, okay? And it's super important. I can't stress that enough. It's going to curb your hunger and your appetite, and it's going to help rebalance your microbiome, and which is the bacteria in your gut, and it's going to help you improve your digestion and your immune system health with the weight loss as well. So really make sure you're compliant with the spray. With the loading phase, I would say that this is the hardest part of the program because you have to consume so much food. And so we have some sample meal plans for the loading phase in your guide. But one of the keys is going to be to eat small meals frequently. Okay. You don't want to focus on 3 large meals. You really want to focus on eating small meals frequently. Focus on consuming multiple snacks about the day. So the sample meal plans we give you are gonna be about 3,600 to almost 4,000 calories. So you're gonna top up that meal with some extra snacks, okay? This is also your opportunity to get out some of those cravings that you might have. If you want to indulge in some pizza or some ice cream, this is a good opportunity for you to do those types of foods, and they are higher in calories, so we're gonna get you to that 5,000 calorie count a lot faster. So really, if you have some of those foods and that's something you're craving, then it's a great opportunity for you to eat them while you're in the loading phase. You want to focus on the foods that are higher in fat. And the reason for this is that higher fat foods are going to be much higher in calories. So, want to eat things like have olive oil in it, You can drizzle your food with lots of oils. You want to eat lots of nuts and seeds and avocados, things like salmon, and really try to get those fats in, because it's going to take you a lot to get to the 5,000 calorie mark. And if you eat like that, it's going to help you get there a little bit faster. If you have gallbladders, if you don't have a gallbladder and it's been removed, then of course you want to be a little more sensitive to eating higher fat foods. So you want to focus more on higher carb food. So foods like breads, and, you know, pasta, they're going to get you there to that 5,000 calorie mark faster. Okay. And the loading phase, it's just 2 days. So just to be completely upfront, you know, by the end of it, you're probably not going to feel so great, and you're going to feel tired and lethargic, and you're going to maybe have a stomach ache. But no worries, because you'll get over that really quickly once you start your second part of the program, and it's going to be a lot better, right? So don't worry there. So from day 3 to 42, no oils. No oils at all. You can't spray your pan with Pam or anything like that. No nuts, no seeds. Basically, you're going to stick to foods that are on the approved food list, period. And the reason for that is that we want you to liberate your body's own fat stores. So on this program, people will liberate up to, you know, about 1,800 to about 4,000 calories just from their own fat stores. And that is one of the hugest reasons why people do so well on our program as compared to others, is because we're tapping into your own fat stores, and we're really liberating that source of energy. And that's why the weight just melts off. So you really want to try to avoid snacking, okay? Because our fat stores, what's in our fat stores? You know, insulin resistance, you know, with diabetes, right? Type 2 diabetes is insulin resistance. It's stored as fat. So are the heavy metals, toxins, and everything else stored in the fat. So we want to liberate our fat, okay? And sometimes when you go through that, you may not feel so good either. So just, you know, really pay attention to your body, pay attention to your aura scores, and do, you know, just do very supportive mechanisms, and we're always here for you. So let me just, there's always a question that I ask to people when they feel like having a snack, all right? Because we tell them to avoid snacking. We want to know that this is more than just a physical weight loss program. It's really not a weight loss program. It is a body reset program, a metabolic reset program. And it works with your emotions and your mind. So it's a whole body reset. So we want to know, are you feeling true hunger, or is this an emotional hunger? So I want you to give yourself a few minutes and decide, you know, what is the answer to you? You feel like it's true physical hunger, then fine, go ahead and eat a snack, but you're going to want to stay with the snacks that are on the approved food list that are free, like your celery and your carrot, your celery and your cucumbers, okay? You can even try drinking a cup of water first to see if that helps settle, because a lot of times the underlying symptom of hunger is just you're really thirsty. So have a full glass of water, and, you know, maybe even try like our herbal tea, like a peppermint tea or something like that, and then see if your hunger will disappear. And that's, you know, really, like I said, the first sign of hunger is usually dehydration. So we want to make sure that you're staying hydrated well, and you're getting in at least 100 and 120 ounces of water per day during the release phase. There's so many reasons that's important. It's not just about hunger. I just touched on it about a little bit earlier. You're allowing your body to flush out any toxins that are being released from your body as you release fat. Because one of the main places that your body stores toxins is right there in your fat cells, just like I said, okay? So you really want to make sure you're drinking a lot of water, because you release toxins and toxins. So 100, 120 ounces of water per day, flush out the toxins and to help you feel more satiated throughout the day. So the next on the list is no intense exercise on the release phase. You can go, I want you to move. I want you to go for walks. You can do gentle stretching, gentle yoga, but nothing strenuous, you know, but we want you to move 20 to 30 minutes, a purposeful movement throughout the day, light stretching, yoga, nothing intense. You're actually, because it would actually slow down your weight loss and cause you inflammation in the body. So we really want to make sure that you focus on joyful movement and that you focus on more parasympathetic activity. And I'm going to go through more details about that in the upcoming modules. Okay. Another thing I want you to do is make sure you're taking your measurements first thing in the morning on day 3, because there's a chart there in terms of the measurements you're going to take. So yeah, there will be a chart in your program manual to show you how to properly take your measurements, but you want to go ahead and measure things like your chest, your shoulders, your bicep, your hips, your thighs, right? And the whole list is there. And so you want to keep track of your progress, right? And this is going to be a testimony. And I've seen clients, you know, change their whole family with their health because of one person in the family going through it. So you can do it and you can see obtainable physical results while you are measuring. All right. You'll get on the scale every day and take pictures. Take pictures of your body before you start the program. It's a whole body profile, front view, side view, back view. Okay. And the same clothes, right? So maybe you just wear like a little top and little shorts so you can see your whole entire body. Take pictures of your face, because your face, everything will change. And believe me, there might be times when you're resistant and you feel like it's not moving, and next thing you know, it's just coming off like that. Most people have usually about 3 times through the program. They might have, it might be like, I'm not moving, it's a little stagnant, but things are happening. Remember, we have to get rid of the fat inside on our organs before we get rid of the fat on the outside. That's our body's way of preserving itself, okay? And taking care of itself. So take pictures every day and have your journey, okay? Share your testimonies with us, share them with your group, and share the foods that you're cooking, share the recipes, because it's all a big tribe and we help one another, and it's just a beautiful thing, okay? Just even though this picture is a picture of one of the clients, this is some of the food that they made, and you can tell they're not starving. Look at all that food, okay? So anyway, I just kind of jumped the gun, but that's what the food looks like. And you'll see in this program, we emphasize lots of fruits and vegetables. So you want to get foods that have a lot of phytonutrients, and that's through taking your fruits and vegetables. And so we're going to reframe the way you think about foods and the way you think about preparing foods. So take a look at the sample meal plans for in the program for more examples of what you can eat on the program. But here is more. Here's one right here, and here's some more examples right here. And, you know, just focusing about eating more nutrient dense food, okay? You know, more of the carby type foods. So really make sure you're eating like free vegetables and eating all the components of the meal. And you want to eat all of the food at the same time. You don't want to just kind of graze throughout the day. So really focus on eating your proteins. If you're full and you can't eat the free vegetables, leave them last. So we want to make sure you're getting the main course in, and the free range ones, then, you know, you can skip those if you don't feel like you can eat them, that you're too full. But in terms of oil, as I said, there is no fats, no oils in the program. And that goes for your skin and your skincare as well. You know, I use fractionated coconut oil, and I use it on my face, I use it on my body, and that's okay because it's fractionated coconut oil. You can, you know, I can give you a link to doTERRA where I get mine, or you can use a link off of Amazon to get organic preferred fractionated coconut oil. but definitely get organic. Sure. Okay. And you want to make sure that you're using water-based lotions and pretty much water-based skincare products, no oils, because again, we're purging our body. So we're contraindicating ourselves. We're doing more harm to ourselves by using the fat of other things and putting it on our body as our body is trying to rid fat. Make sense? Okay. So then another thing I want to touch on is your journal. So on this program, there's a fraction of your coconut oil right there that you can get off of Amazon. And if you want to use doTERRA, I'm a big doTERRA fan, love doTERRA. I've been using it for a very long time and actually go to the conferences, getting ready to go to another one. I just really stand behind their products. I do like Vibrant Oils as well. I sponsor them and stand for them as well. So if you want something that I'm affiliated with, feel free to reach out. Let's get to the journal. This is a very important component that, again, by taking the time to listen to this video, you're setting yourself up for success right now. So kudos to you, because people skip out on this part, and this is where people fall through the cracks, and they're not getting, they might lose 20 pounds while another person that's actually doing this program is losing like 60. It's ridiculous. It's amazing how resilient and how your body's just like, thank you for helping me. Give me the tools that I need so I can repair my body. People stopping having to use medicine to control their blood sugars. It's just a beautiful thing, okay? Blood pressure, just so many things. So it's important to use your journal because we can help you along the way. It's a real-time thing. You have access to it 24 hours a day. You can download it on your phone. You can write out positive affirmations. You can write out some of your limiting beliefs, write out your why. Take your measurements again on day 3. Use the practice app for food and what I want you to do. You can just say, this is what I ate. I drank my 120 ounces of water. There's a place for water. I had a protein. I had the vegetables. You know, it doesn't have to be like this big complicated thing. How much sleep? Did you get 8 to 10 hours of sleep? I will be able to track that on your Aura Ring, okay? Because there's an app that I'll talk about in a little bit that will help you, help me know what's going on with your health, right? Like, did you walk? But this journaling is very important. You can say, I ate breakfast, which would be what? Your coffee or your tea, all right? Your water intake, what you ate for lunch, like a protein, a vegetable, or fruit. Eat dinner. How much water did you drink? What's your daily weight? I need to know what time your daily weight is. What time did you go to bed? What time did you wake up? What are you grateful for? And then we have something called the Daily Dozen and this written journal as well. And the Daily Dozen doesn't really track, is not really trying to check off as many of these boxes as you can, right? It's joyful movement. I don't even think I have, yeah, I didn't have it in here. But we want you to know that we start out every day with an affirmation, good intention. What are we grateful for? What are your wins, right? And so sharing that is also setting an intention in yourself and loving yourself. So giving yourself gratitude, because you're always giving everybody else love and gratitude. Give yourself that same permission to love yourself, okay? So that's why this is important for you to do these things. Put it in the app. You won't regret it. Okay. We can track and trend, and if we see, you know, maybe we also like to talk about your bowel movements. You know, are you not going to the bathroom? Do we need to help you get on a supplement to help you go to the bathroom and eliminate? Because we can't get the toxins out of our body, it's just going to go right back in. All right. So we have to make sure we're staying hydrated. You know your why that you're doing the program. You know, take some time to write down your limiting beliefs around your weight loss, or why are you doing this program? Is it for your health? Is it to be around for your kids or your grandkids? Is it because you have chronic pain, or you have, you know, thyroid issue or diabetes issue, or you've been suffering from breast implant illness, and you're trying to detox and just trying to are you hormones? Do you have hormone issues? Are you going through the changes in life and your estrogens are off and everything's just going downhill and you just want to reset? Okay. So there's a lot to be said with these programs, because even though this is a group of you guys, it's still individualized. You have 3 coaching sessions during this program, right? If you're on the Metabolic Reset Coaching 10-week program. And you also have the group, and you'll have one every week. You'll have an hour, 2-hour session with us. So, you have plenty of support, and you also have the app where you can always message one of us in the at Evolve to help you if you have any issues, because we are definitely here to support you. Now, there's people that may have more issues, that they need genetic testing, they need functional lab testing, right? And so if you have any of those things, if you have already done your genetic test, say you've done Ancestry or the 23andMe, reach out to me and let's have a discussion if you want to use your genomics, because I can get your SNPs from what you have, and I can read them, and I can come up with a more precise plan. Maybe there's something that you need more rest after working out, or you are more tolerant to this food, and you are glucose intolerant, you are celiac, you might be suffering from Lyme, but it's really masking for your hormones and your estrogen that's out of whack, right? Or your cortisol levels are through the roof. So there's a lot to be said when you're reading functional medicine labs and putting it with genetics. So I am passionate about precision medicine, so we definitely do a lot more one-on-one programs with that when we do with the genetic components and the epigenetics. But if somebody is having issues or they want to talk about that, that is something, can go phase on down the program if you want. But just to be aware, if you already have had these things done, you've seen other providers, and you already know some of these things, you have an allergy to something, obviously the elimination diet, the anti-inflammatory diet, you're going to not take those things for a certain amount of time. Okay. Let's see, what else can we talk about? So in the, go back to here in the top left corner, you'll have a drop down journal up here, and it's going to say go to journals, and you're going to click on that, and it's going to go through the prompts. I should just log in and show you the client side of it, but you will have your programs up here in the top left corner. You'll drop down and your programs will be here. And so we will go to a program, and so then you would open it up, and so you would have to say like open up, you'd have to do one, complete the program, okay, and then you would have to, which is, this one is just mine, but you have to complete the program, hit complete before the next module will open up. So there's 46 modules that you should go through, I believe, 36, 46 maybe, I don't know. There's a lot. So you just want to make sure that you're going through to the phases correctly. You have to go finish one before the next one will start, and furthermore, okay, all the way through the program, okay? And as you see, it's still being built out because I build it out individually towards other people, what they're needing. And so it's such hopefully information that you can use lifelong to help you. Okay, so let's go back to the slide. So each week you're going to get a new module in the Practice Better app. The summaries of the modules are in your worksheets. So make sure you watch each of the modules to dive deeper into some of the lifestyles and upgrade as you can, so you can start to implement the program. Again, we talked about, we have 3 consultations during the program. Take advantage of your Practice Better app, okay? Because the next thing in your guide, we print used to print out the copies of the worksheets, but now we're all virtual. So we actually have it attached to each of your modules. So you'll be able to print that out if you want. Okay. So each week you're going to get a new module. So you'll have the program book, ebook, but you'll also have in each of the guides, the program manual. So this program, again, there's your Aura Ring. We're going to be watching your data and help you tracking that. We're going to watch how your digestion is improving, how your sleep is improving. We talk a lot about breath work and sleep work here. So you'll also have a summary of each modules in your guide. And let's see. The modules, some of the modules have videos. They're usually about 15 to 20 minutes long. And we go into kind of a deeper dive on the lifestyle upper upgrades that you can start to implement. Because when it comes to becoming healthy and weight loss, it's really not just about food and exercise. It's really about dialing in on some of these lifestyle principles, really, like sleep, you know, about your mood and your outlook, your mindset. It's about exercising. It's about digesting, right? Everybody, I always set everybody up with the everybody needs their gut set, okay? Lifestyle, mindfulness, less stress. So make sure you're really taking the time each week to review these weekly modules, because in this program, you're going to get through several different touch points. And every Friday on Zoom, we're going to have a question and answer. And I'll remind you guys, every week in the Facebook group, you know, there in the Practice Better app, that we will have a meeting coming up, and it's Friday, and it's going to be at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you're not able to make it, actually, I think it's 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, I believe is what I put. And if you're not able to make it live, then we'll send you a replay, and that's fine. So again, you'll have 3 consultations at the program, and I highly wait for you to get your first initial consultation. Get all your things right before you start. I recommend that you wait for your initial consultation until you start the program, just so you can ensure that you have all your questions answered and that you're really clear about what's gonna happen in the program and how the program flows. All right. Again, you have access to direct messaging in the Practice Better app. There's a messaging feature, so anytime questions come up through the program, you don't have to wait for the question and answer sessions, right? You can message directly into the Practice Better whenever questions come up, and then that's another touch point we have. So as mentioned in the previous slide, it's the food and the lifestyle journeys that you'll fill out in the Practice Better. That gives us a day-to-day touch point with you to make sure you're progressing in the right direction. And then lastly, I just wanted to totally touch briefly about a referral program. So you'll learn more about that in our Facebook group, but we love referrals, and we love paying it forward. And so we have a sponsor scholarship program here, and we give to a community in Africa to help build up their community as well as there. And we always give thanks to people that refer their friends and family members. So I just want you to be aware of our referral program, and a portion of each of our programs go towards that. And we just want to say that if anybody could benefit from our program, that we have that whole program set up for you, and you can get more information about that in Facebook. So if you just want to click on the Facebook cover profile, the picture of me, and then the cover profile there, when you click on it, you'll see the comments there. And then there's a Google Doc that you will get more detail about in terms of the referral program, and more details on how you can introduce friends and family members to us so that we can take care of them and we can accelerate their healing and, really get their health back as well. Okay. And with our referral program, one of the things we do, a portion of every person that rolls a program, it does go back to our Evolve Health community in Africa. And so, I have a she's like my surrogate sister, so to speak. And she travels out there and she's on a mission out there and really helps with those, orphanages and those communities out there to really prosper. Her husband is a pastor and just really, truly spiritual, godly woman that just is in the trenches there and just love to help support that mission of helping children and helping others that need our help, right? That's what we're here to do. So you are all contributing to this amazing project that we have going on, helping us serve underserved people in the villages and around the area, help provide health care to them. So if we appreciate, you giving the opportunity to enroll in our program so we can go ahead and donate some of that proceeds to them, okay? And so again, there's more information on Facebook if you'd like to know about it. We're always here for you and we wish you the best success, and we're really excited for you to get started on this program and embark on your journey. Make sure that you listen to all of the modules. You should be getting one every week. Most of them have like a video, some don't, but I think that's it for now. So take care. Bye. 9.